Now, legal highs. They produce similar effects to illegal drugs, and more people in the UK take them than in any other European country. Recently, Lincoln became the first city in the UK to ban these dangerous substances that are still easily available to buy on the internet. Well, we've been out on the streets in Hull, Scunthorpe and Grimsby to find out what you think about the very real problem of novel psychoactive substances, or as they're otherwise more commonly known, legal highs.
A legal high is well, it can be a pill or it can be a drug that you take that is perfectly legal, but could be a detriment to your health in order to attain a drug-like state.
I don't think anybody knows if legal highs are safe because nobody knows what's in them.
I have friends that have taken legal highs and ended up in some really bad states, and it's not good, it's not safe.
Legal highs, they're cheap, easy to get, you don't know what's in there, so you're dicing with danger really.
I don't think you can stop people taking anything. I think the best way of dealing with any sort of thing like that would be to educate the people and perhaps educate people younger.
Well, to give us the inside view on legal highs, I'm joined by James Steer, the Alcohol and Substance Misuse Health Promotion Coordinator for North East Lincolnshire, and Mo Gesmella, who is an ex-user of the drug. Gentlemen, very good to see you. Thank you for coming in. James, first of all, what is a legal high? What do we mean by that term? What is it?
The term legal highs is something that we've been trying to get away from a little bit as professionals. We're preferring to use the term novel psychoactive substance now. Essentially, we're talking about any drugs that are so new that they've not yet been classified under the Misuse of Drugs Act. But to call them legal highs can be a bit misleading. Some of these products have got dubious legality, and for some people it does imply that they are safe products or that they've been tested in some way, which is not the case.
So why do people use them?
For a lot of people, the actual risk of being arrested is a greater risk to them than the health concerns that may come with it. So they're more afraid of that legal repercussion. They're also very accessible. So the more accessible that any of these products are, the more people can access them.
Are some of these drugs more dangerous to you than illegal substances?
We do know that some of these drugs do appear to have a greater harm profile than some of the products that are illegal under the Misuse of Drugs Act. For example, the synthetic cannabinoids do seem to have a far greater propensity for causing some issues like psychosis and even overdose, which is not something that we see with ordinary cannabis.
What steps are being taken to try and stamp it out?
So locally we've got a strategy that's got enforcement arm, it's got an education and prevention arm, and I think we really do need to look at that kind of broad picture. It's not a simple case of just banning a substance, because some people have likened this to a hydra. You cut one head off and two more grow in its place, and every time we ban a substance we sometimes find that new ones will come along, and in some cases are less pleasant than the ones that we've taken off the streets. So as a kind of long-term approach, then I think that education strategy is really very important at the moment.
Mo, how long did you take legal highs?
5 years. Been smoking legal highs for 5 years.
And when you started to use them, did you find them easy to buy, easy to get hold of?
It's easy, yeah. Easy to get it from the shop.
You just literally, there's a shop round the corner that you can go and get some?
Yeah.
Were you aware of the legal position of this? Did you know that these legal highs were actually, it is illegal to sell them for human consumption?
No, I don't know about that because it's legal. Because people, they can get it from the shop like cigarette.
I know that eventually your use of legal highs led to you being admitted to a psychiatric ward. How long were you in there?
I've been in hospital for 3 months because I've been taking legal highs. Even I don't know what I've been doing. I get arrested from the street. I don't know even that was mental illness.
James, there are going to be people watching this perhaps that maybe have taken legal highs, maybe thinking of taking legal highs, that will have no idea that, you know, someone like Mo ended up in hospital because of taking legal highs, a psychosis. He lost touch with reality because he took a legal substance. Is that a common misconception, do you think?
Unfortunately, it's something we are seeing more and more of. We are getting more and more cases of people presenting to mental health services after taking legal highs, and it can be varying degrees of severity, but essentially a lot of these products are targeting receptors in the brain that in a very, very powerful way, in a much more powerful way than some of the drugs that we've seen in the past. So I think it has to be expected really that for people who are going to use them very often, then ultimately that's kind of a big risk that they're taking.
These are seriously dangerous things, aren't they?
Some of them certainly can be, yes. There's some very unpleasant products at the minute. One of the difficulties is that the products change, sometimes from bag to bag. What chemical the plants are sprayed with, what's actually in them can change dramatically. So somebody might take some one day and not have too bad a reaction to it, and the next time they take them it might be a completely different chemical which could produce an absolutely different reaction in that person. So it's almost like Russian roulette with every bag.
How do you feel now when you look back on the time when you were taking that drug?
Very upset makes me, because I said I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that, but it wasn't my fault. It's something controlling me that was legal highs.
Does it make you more determined to do better in the future, to succeed in the future?
Everyone smoke legal high has no future, honestly.
But you've stopped.
But I stopped now.
So do you believe you now have a future?
Of course I am. I have very good future now.
What would you like to do in the future?
I would like to do gardening, and I would like to go back to college and go back to work as well.
Good luck with the future. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming in to see me. Real pleasure to meet you. Thank you.